Gorod Krovi, but you only have classic gobblegums? Well, this is the exact guide for you. I'm going to be walking you guys through round by round how to beat Gorod Krovi with classic gums only. Now, of course, you can use megas, and of course, I also have a no-nonsense part of this guide if you just want to learn the steps simple and easy and you don't want to go round by round, or you just forgot about a step, or if you wanted that valve step done, if you know what I'm talking about, I also have that link in the description if you guys just want that. But boys, this is not going to be an easy Easter egg. Now, this is much harder than Rise and Drag, and probably harder than Revelations as well. So if you want to, not go in order of the maps, but go in order from difficulty, then you should probably do Revelations, which will come out hopefully on Wednesday, but it might have to come out on next Saturday as well, since I'm going on vacation. But boys, I hope you guys do enjoy this guide, and let's go and hop into it. Now, the gobblegums I recommend for this Easter egg are in plain sight for a get-out-of-jail-free card in the boss fight, and you're over here as well. Now, danger closest is for if you do not want to do the cheese boss fight, and just as a safety precaution, once again, you'll see why later, Alchem for ammo and a gobblegum of your choice. Now, we're going to be using danger closest as a safety precaution, and I'll get into that later. But for now, we're just going to stay in the spawn room for round 1, 2, 3, and save one zombie or two at the end of round 4, and then open to the department store. Now we're going to go up these stairs here, turn to the right, you're going to see Juggernaut, and there's a shield part spawn right on that chair. Come down these stairs, and there's also one on that car door right there, and then come into this bunker, and there should be one on that shelf right here. Then coming through this gate, there should also be one beside this crate right here. Then coming up these stairs, taking a 360, there should be one on this bunk bed, and then finally going up one more flight of stairs, you should see one on the wall beside Stamina Up right here. Now we're going to go through this door right here and turn on the power switch. Sophia should turn on. And now we're going to go through over here and claim the final shield piece. One spawn is down that little ramp in the debris over there. And then there's also one on this crate right beside the mystery box spawn right here. And then coming up these stairs beside the bridge, there's also one on this crate right here. And then you can open up down here and craft the shield in the workbench near that shield part where we previously collected right here. Now, kill the zombies. If you go into round 5, that's okay. Eventually, you should get a drop from a zombie that is a code cylinder. You're going to want to take this blue code cylinder into the Dragon Command where we turn on power, up these stairs, and put it in this little device right here. And you should see a little device fall from the sky, and if you do not see it fall, there will be a bright green light shining up in the sky. Go to that area, and you're going to basically just have to fill the soul box up and defend it at the same time. Don't worry, it has an absolute crap ton of health, so it's fine. But just kill enough zombies, it's like 15 zombies or so. You're definitely going to process the round here because all the zombies are like part of the next round. It's kind of weird. But eventually, it should then open up, and then you can collect your first part for the dragon. Now, keep killing zombies. Eventually, you should get a yellow code cylinder. Then we're going to come where we collected the other shield part, but this time we're going to go through that area into the supply depot. And then we're going to place it in this machine right beside the giant I-beam trap right here. It should once again fall from the sky, shine up with a blue light, and then do the same thing. Defend it. It should open up and do something and drop something for you to collect. And I'm just going to go through this briefly because you guys should know how to get pack punch on. If you don't, I think we have a bigger problem at hand. And you're probably not ready for this Easter egg, but I'm just briefly going over it. The last time, kill zombies until you get a code cylinder, and this time insert it into the tank factory one, which is where we previously collected the other shield part, like the head, the dragon head, through that area. And then you should go through this little robot area, and then you should put it in this machine right here. It should fall from the sky, get souls, and collect the final part. Bring all these parts to this machine in the bunker where we captured the shield and put it into this little device right here. You should hear Sophia say that the Dragon Command has been initiated and you can fly to Pack-a-Punch. However, you're going to need a high-end weapon like a Mark III, which we're going to need it, but it's just good to get early on. Haymaker, Brekkie, Dracon, Dingo, or some high-end weapon because we're going to be doing a defense step. So get one of those weapons and try to get the Mark III and get your perks in Juggernaut while trying to do Pack-a-Punch as well. Might sound complicated, but it's really not. Just try and get all this done in between the rounds. You should get a bunch of points. After riding the dragon at the tank factory, Dragon Command, or supply depot, go into the bunker. If you do not have a high-end weapon, you're not confident in your skill, do not activate this little Dragon Command thing yet, and Pack-a-Punch your Mark III if you must. But once you're ready, activate this Dragon Command thing right here, the Dragon Strike controller. It should say lockdown is beginning, and one of 3 barriers will open up. Once that barrier opens, you will see 2 Manglers spawn in from 2 different sides. Shoot off the helmet and shoulder pad he has. If you shoot off the shoulder pad correctly, his arm should fly off, and do not shoot the actual arm cannon because it has a chance to kill him. Just shoot off the shoulder pad. You will need to shoot off 5 Mangler helmets and 5 shoulder pads. After you shoot one of those 2, you will hear this noise. And after doing the second challenge, you should hear this noise. Now with the Mark III, this should be a breeze, and you have completed the 2 challenges, shoot off 5 helmets and arms. After completing all 3 sides, all 3 will open up at once, but with your regular Mark III, this should be easy. Valkyries can spawn in, Manglers and zombies can spawn in, but with your portal, it will diminish them, and they will get destroyed. After the lockdown, pick up the Dragon Strike controller where we previously interacted with, and then once you come down to the bunker, shoot off this egg, and it will come down. And then go in the sewer, and then shoot off this little red pipe, and you should hear this noise, which is a completion sound. It should then turn green, indicating you have completed this step. Now, once you're back, you want to put the dragon egg inside of one of the many nests around the map. It's going to be in every single area where the dragon can breathe fire. We'll now need to go 2 rounds. So in the round, we will now need to go this entire round. However, in the meantime, we're going to be getting perks, if you don't have it already, the Mark II, and the Mangler helmet, which will be located on the 2nd floor of the department store on this mannequin right here. Go and pick that up. And then once you end that round, you will then be able to pick up your dragon egg, and now we will need napalm kills. So go ahead, stand in the fire with your shield. If while your shield's out, you can't take damage to fire damage or the I-beam trap. Let the dragon breathe fire on the zombies, so try and train him up. And once he was breathe fired, you will get some fire zombies, and go ahead and take those guys out. They are a bit weaker, however, they will explode if you're near them. Now, this is why I recommend you get a high-end weapon, because once you see the bar on the bottom right of your tool taskbar go up 1 more %, you can then go ahead and get some headshots, and this will hopefully penetrate through the zombies so you have a high-end weapon like the Brekchi or the Dracon or the Haymaker. The Mark III does not actually count for this challenge, however. So just try and get multi-kills with a sniper rifle. It's much easier. And the reason we need to keep this bad boy on Pack-a-Punch. So, and also if you have a normal weapon, just try and get an insta-kill. It's much easier. But I recommend you just try and get a multi-kill on the napalms. They're much weaker. But eventually after you get those multi-kills, you should then see the tool taskbar go up 1 more %. And now we need melee kills. So go ahead and use your shield. Get melee kills, and then it should go up 1 final % at full. Take a new dragon. So, for example, if you took the Dragon Command dragon, go ahead and take a different dragon. So, for example, I took the Tank Station one previously the first time I went, and now I'm taking a different one. We want to use all 3 throughout this game. Now, once you're there, put the egg inside the incubator. And now we are going to want to collect souls into the incubator. We also want to kill the Valkyrie drone because its soul will get absorbed into this generator, and you can see it right there, and then it should start moving, or it should get turned on. And then after collecting the souls into the incubation room, it should then say incubation complete, and then you need to just go ahead and wait 2 rounds. But in the meantime, with this generator on, and while you're on the way back to the mainland, you're going to want to pull up Milo's Chronorium. And this will give you an easy guide to solve the valve step. I'm now going to teach you guys how to use this website. For now, we're going to be checking all 6 valves in all the locations. This might look confusing at first, but believe me, this is the simplest step of this entire Easter egg. So for now, we're going to head back to the game. Now, if these valves are for some reason not turning or working for you guys, you have to kill the Valkyrie drone, and you should see the generator beside the incubator get turned on. I want to make that clear for you guys. But now we're going to go check all 6 valves. The first one is on the top floor of the department store. If you want to remember the number it's on, remember the number it's on. However, it's blue, and that does not matter. Now we're going to head to the armory. And the infirmary is just beside the bunk beds right here, and that has nothing special about it, so we're going to move on to the next. One Dragon Command is just above Sophia next to the Wonder Fizz room right here, and once again, nothing special about it. And now for the one in armory is just beside the shield swan, and for me, the purple cylinder was actually inside of it, so I'm going to pause, go to the website, and put in armory as my purple cylinder spot. So go ahead and put that in there, and now we need to look for a green light. It might be different for you guys. It's random, like I said, so you might need to put the green light in before. for the pink one, whichever one you search first. Now, for the supply depot, nothing special about it. On my game, due to the process of elimination, I can know that the green light is inside the tank factory, so I'm going to set that on the website as well, as the tank station is the green light spawn. It will then give you all the locations except for the one where your purple cylinder is at, and it'll give you a number. You'll now need to go over all the locations and switch to the number. It might already be set on that number though, so just don't change it. So set all the locations to the certain number. It's really that easy. Even the green light location. After you do that correctly, the purple cylinder location should now be dropped into this little deposit slot. Take that. Just one quick note, you have a 5-minute timer from the time you kill the Valkyrie drone and it powers the generator. If you not complete this in 5 minutes, you will then need to go down in there and kill another Valkyrie drone to charge up the generator. Take the cylinder and input it into Sophia. You are now going to need to shoot the letters that will pop up on the left side of Sophia to spell out the word Kronos from top to bottom. And this can be a little bit wonky with Widow's Wine, Electric Cherry, and stuff, because it can be really wonky, especially just to shoot. Do not use the Mark III. It's far too, weird. It can mess up several times. But spell out the word Kronos, and then after that, input the code. She will say code accepted, and now you'll need to find 6 trophies all throughout the map, and we've basically gone ahead and collected them all pretty much. And now I'm going to show you all how to get them. Just outside of Dragon Command, you will see a little etching in the wall. Go ahead and shoot the girl's hand. It will then fall out, and then collect the Gersh trophy. Go to the tank factory. Beside double tap, you will see a window. Go and shoot that with your shield, and out will come the Valkyrie drone trophy. Take your dragon's truck and put it in this little puddle right here, and it should directly launch. Then come over here and launch the I-beam trap. The I-beam trap, while it's going, you can come back here and collect the nuke trophy, and also the beam trap will reveal a Mangler trophy inside of a safe. Take the final dragon. You have not rode to the bunker yet, and after you do the ride, you should then hear this noise. That is for the dragon wings. Now come to the back of the bunker to this little toilet. There should be a trophy. Go and collect that. Then come get your egg, which hopefully should be done by now if you process 2 rounds. Collect it. You should get 5,000 XP. Head back to the trials area. Then you can press down the bottom challenge to collect your specialist weapon. Now with your specialist weapon, launch out the dragon, and then with the actual gauntlet itself, launch into the safe. There should be a trophy. Collect that, and now we have all 6 trophies. After riding all 3 dragons, and it's 14 plus, so round 15 and beyond, you can claim the wings on the top floor of the department store. Now the reason these are good is it not only defends you from fire damage, it's not completely immunity, but it just helps you. You also can automatically teleport to the hatchery without having to go through that long dragon animation. We're not going to be using this for the boss fight, but it's just a good temporary thing. You get a quote from Sophia. Now you can place them all down on the terminal right across from Sophia. Nothing will happen, but you do not want to press this until you are sure you are ready for this step. Make sure you, number 1, have an unpack-a-punch but strong weapon, the upgraded Mark III, and in plain sight or monkey bombs. I recommend both. That's for the Valkyrie drone step and the Mangler step. But boys, whatever challenge you get, I'm going to go in order. So first, I'm going to start with the Gersh step. I'm going to walk you through it. Gersh is the little orb trophy on the far left of the pad. Now you'll need to go find a glowing yellow orb. He has quite a long path behind him. He's a bright yellow orb, and he also speaks to you. He's relatively loud. However, this step can be quite buggy, and also it might be hard to find him because he can literally travel anywhere throughout the core map. So just take the same route you try to find the valves, and just take that loop around. He can literally go anywhere except for inside of Dragon Command. So just search around all the area, and don't really stick around in one place. That doesn't really work. Now, if you hear this noise, this means you have failed the step, and you need to move on to the next round, and you cannot do this during a Valkyrie drone round. But once you find the orb, you'll need to shoot him, and after he says, "Yuri, it's children!" After he says, "Yuri, it's children," you need to spam shoot him before he finishes talking. It should lock him in place. And then after he says this quote, "Your faces are familiar, but different." After this quote, spam shoot him before he finishes talking. It should lock him in place, and then he should say, "Stop shooting, that hurts." He will go to Dragon Command, and GG's, you have finished this trophy. The screen will flash white, and he will go into the tube, and well, that's his fate. And you have completed the Gersh trophy. Now let's move on to the most anxiety-driven one, the bomb step. So be ready whenever you activate this. Once again, it's random, so there's no telling when you're going to get this. But go ahead, activate it. Once you see the bomb light up, it'll flash a bunch of screens. And slower, it will then flash a bunch of different screens. You are going to want to write down the order. After it flashes very quickly, it'll flash slowly. Write down the order. So for example, if it flashes Infirmary, Dragon Command, Supply Depot, Department Store, Armory, and then Tank Factory, go and write that down in that order. This order is very important. You will not need to go deactivate the bombs in those specific areas. I will go over those in a second. The problem is, if you deactivate the wrong one or run out of time, the bombs will explode and you will die instantly. Now, this is a massive problem because you also have all the zombies. However, it's on a time limit, like I said. I will now show you all the locations. Underneath the stairs on the first floor of the department store, inside the Wonder Fizz on the last floor of the armory, on the ramp leading to the second floor of the infirmary, inside the room right beside the KN-44 wall buy. And just a tip for this one, it gets extremely congested through that little hallway where the dragon can breathe fire on that bridge. So I recommend this is where you pull out your specialist gauntlet and just go through all of them because it's going to be packed by the time you get through that bridge right here. Beside this map, right in front of the entrance of the supply depot, beside this barrier. Lastly, the second floor of the Dragon Command, beside this barrier, right beside the mystery box room right here. After you've activated it, the screen should flash white, and then you should get a quote from Sophia. Like I said, this is random for every person, so you will not have the same order as me, but just know that all the locations I just listed are in the exact same places, so just keep that in mind. They are pretty obvious as well, so if one location wasn't clear, they are extremely obvious, so hopefully you guys can get them for those locations, and yeah, but it's just going to be stressful because that step's always stressful. Even if you're good at the step, it's still going to be stressful because you have infinite zombies. You do have a time limit, however, don't let that scare you because it's even harder on co-op. But that is the bomb step. Now on to the hardest step to fail. The easiest step to fail in solo. As soon as you see the Mangler statue flash, you're going to want to start running around the map. The Mangler can never spawn inside a Dragon Command or in the spawn area. Just run around the Supply Depot, Tank Factory, and Infirmary and Armory in the department store top floor. Now, he can spawn in any of these locations. You can hear him. He's going to be a Mangler, but he's going to have green eyes. He is very annoying, and it's very easy to fail. But as soon as you find him wandering throughout the map, the most common locations are on the bridge in the department store leading to the armory, sometimes on the ramp leading to the supply depot in the armory, and also especially inside the the hand robot thing leading to the tank factory from the infirmary. He's most commonly there inside the tank factory, I feel. But whenever you find him, try to shoot with your unpack-a-punched weapon, his shoulder pad, and if you do it correctly, it should fly off and he can no longer shoot you, he can no longer stop, and he will just start running at you. Now this thing can be very tricky, so I'm going to try to give you guys a couple tips. Number one, whenever you find the Mangler, try and pop in plain sight to get an easy way to take off his arm pad. Now, another easy tip is if you do not have an unpack-punch weapon, it'll always kill him. So he's always a one-shot to pack-punch guns. But keep this in mind. If you have a pack-punch gun and you want him to still run at you instead of going away, you can simply have him shoot you a lot of times, about 6 times. He'll eventually do this little animation and he'll start spinning at you. The only downside is he will sometimes stop. And if you get too far away from this guy or he's out of your line of sight, he will run away from you and the step will most likely fail. So make sure to always keep this guy in your line of sight and he's in your line of sight because you need to let this guy be on your trail at all times. But once you're ready, bring him to Sophia's pad on this little pad right here. He should go inside of it and he should get absorbed. And now you've completed probably the hardest step to fail in solo. Now it's time for probably just the hardest one. The escort mission of the Valkyrie drone. For this one, this is why I recommend you got in plain sight or the monkey bombs. Because as soon as you want to start the step, and you're going to want to start this step, you want to come over to the spawn room and in this corner beside this barrier right here, and the Valkyrie drone will slowly make its way toward you. While it's getting closer and zombies are spawning in, either pop in plain sight or throw a monkey bomb. This is so because this part is definitely the hardest part of this escort mission is the beginning because you are going to get swarmed. Do not try and kill any zombies because not only is that running the risk because this is a one-shot. If you shoot him with one unpack-punch bullet, he will just explode. That includes Widow's Wine, but I don't believe it counts electric cherry. I think I've tried that before. Now, we're going to want to use our second shot of our Mark III, and this will slow down all the zombies. By the time we make it in the department store, we want all the zombies to be behind us. So, as you can see, we're on the top floor, and all the zombies are right behind us. Try not to kill a zombie, because we don't want to run the risk of him exploding. Now you're just going to want to make your way through the pathway, keep escorting, keep shooting your second shot with your Mark III. It shouldn't be too hard after that first bit. And then once you get to the stair right here, you get to the top, go ahead and shoot that's right, kill the Valkyrie drone. Once it gets to this stair right here, shoot the Valkyrie drone with any weapon. He will die, and you will see that Sophia will grab him and take him in, and you will complete the step. For whatever reason, that completes the step, so you do not have to waste any more time. And that is the Valkyrie drone step. Once you're in your last challenge, this is going to be the final obstacle, because after this, it's going to be really easy from here on out if you use my strategy. Now, once you activate this, and if you so happen to get the Groth Module 1, it will light up either Dragon Command, Supply Depot, or Tank Factory. Once one of these lights up, you can also check for the sky, because a green light will be illuminated, just like when we got the Pack Punch pieces. It's just another Groth Module. But this time, you will have to defend it from the sky. No enemy will attack you, they'll just be attacking the Groth Module. This is why I recommend you got like a sniper instead of a shotgun, but you can also use the Mark III as well. It's definitely hard to use the Mark III on the Supply Depot, because it's relatively far away, but with the Dracon, it is an absolute piece of cake. Once it finishes, you can go ahead and launch your baby dragon. It will go pick up some cargo and then set it down right here. Pick that up, take it back to Sophia, and you will have completed the final challenge. Now it's actually time to move on to the final trophy challenge. The 115 challenge is always guaranteed to be last. Now, this challenge will give you a key card out of the trophy canister itself. So go and pick that up and then travel to the hatchery, and you can just go and use your wings. And then put it in this machine near the toilet where we collected that trophy actually at. It will begin a Mangler lockdown. The exact same lockdown, however, it's only Manglers. There's only like 6 that will spawn in. And you have 2 options. One, you can either save one Mangler at the end of the round and shoot its arm cannon off, so it'll just be running around, won't shoot you or anything, and no other ones will spawn, and you can just wait and train around with them. Or you can actually just shoot them. It's really easy. Just go ahead and shoot them if you want to have a fun time. But if you don't trust your skill, then just go and train one around. However, it's really easy, especially with the Mark III, so it shouldn't be that big of a problem. But after you finish this, you can then go ahead and pick up the key card back from the machine, take it to Sophia, deposit it, and now you are completed, and then she will show you the power cord that was inside her this whole time. Pick that up, and then use the dragon on Nikolai. It will then take the power cord on Nikolai right here in Belinsky Square, and then it's time for the boss fight. Nikolai will then say a quote, and now it's time for the boss fight. To prepare, you can either go about this in 2 different ways. If you have Quick Revive, Jug, and all your perks like that, you are allowed to use In Plain Sight. Now, In Plain Sight is going to make the actual Nikolai fight itself the easiest thing of all time. Now, if you do not have Quick Revive, this entire boss fight will be impossible, actually impossible, because Nikolai will one-shot you even in the friendly phase. So if you do not have Quick Revive, you use them all somehow, and you can go ahead and pick up the Danger Closest Gobblegum, which will make it invincible and impossible for him to kill you with his explosive weapons, and it is going to be the only way you can beat this boss fight. Make sure you have the Mangler helmet, a full shield, monkey bombs are optional, all 4 of your perks, including Quick Revive, and In Plain Sight or Danger Closest without Quick Revive. And especially the Ray Gun Mark III. Now, after a Sophia cutscene, you can then enter the sewer that she will then leave behind. After you go in the sewer, you will then be transported into Belinsky Square, aka the boss fight arena. You're going to need to free Nikolai using the giant I-beam trap, which you can activate while inside the middle of the arena. After that happens, you can then go ahead and free Nikolai, and now it's time for the boss fight. Now, if you do not have Danger Closest Quick Revive, you will die instantly. He will explode you trying to kill the zombies. But the dragon will breathe fire. You'll know when he's about to breathe fire. You'll get particles on your screen. After a while, Nikolai will shoot the dragon with the spear launcher. The dragon will then jerk back, and then there will be a glowing spot on its shoulder/stomach area. Shoot this with the Ray Gun Mark III. After a while or a second, the dragon will then jerk back even more, and then he will fly away. No fire will be breathed on the arena at this time, and then you'll need to repeat the same thing. He'll breathe fire on the arena, and then once he lands for a second time after that, he will then be shot again, this time in his chest hole area. Now you're going to need to shoot this with the Ray Gun Mark III. Once again, he will jerk back even more, and he will not breathe fire. He'll land again, breathe fire, use the shield to block. block that. And then Nikolai will, for a final time, shoot him in the throat, and then once again shoot him with the ray gun Mark III. And then he will explode, and then a Nikolai cutscene will roll out. You will need to be prepared for the time this ends. You know when you're about to go in the fight because Nikolai will say, "A true Russian never surrenders," and get all big. So, as soon as you find Nikolai, pop your in plain sight and then shoot these parts. Shoot the two obvious glowing parts on the front and then shoot the batteries at the back. The batteries are just the block boxes that are like in the top of the robot beside all the engines and stuff. His power core will then be exposed, and then you need to shoot that, and then he will fall to the ground, and congratulations, you have done it. I'm going to slow the footage down so you can see what I do exactly. But just shoot the exact same parts I do. And so you're going to shoot the two lights that are glowing orange, and then you're going to shoot the box at the top right, like that box right there, and then at the top left. The top left one might be a little bit less obvious to see, but they're always exposed, and as soon as you shoot all those, the power core will be exposed, and then you shoot that. He will then collapse to the floor, and boys, congratulations, you have completed one of the hardest Easter eggs and less gotten Easter eggs of all of Call of Duty Zombies. I hope this guide was useful to you guys. I hope you guys got some pretty good tips out of it. But boys, next time it's going to be Revelations. Maybe you're watching this video after the Revelations guide because it's a little bit harder than Revelations. And then after that, we're probably going to move on to Black Ops 4 Ether. So, hope you guys are excited for that, or Chaos, or Infinite Warfare, I guess. But anyways, let's go and hop into the no-nonsense part of this guide. Complete defending all 3 graph modules enough to summon in the dragon, ride him to the bunker, complete the lockdown, get the dragon strike, and shoot down the egg. Complete the following challenges: get napalm kills, penetration and multiple kills, and especially the melee challenge kills. Then take the egg to the incubation room, and then complete the incubation process, and make sure you kill a Valkyrie drone to charge up the generator. Using Chronorium.com, you go find all the valves, find a green valve and a pink cylinder tube valve, and then put in the following numbers that is listed on the Chronorium website, and then after you do that, you should be able to pick up the tube, and then insert it into Sophia, and then type in Chronos into the code panel, and then insert the code. Now obtain the following trophies. Shoot the trophy inside the woman's hand, and then go collect it. Shoot the shield at the window beside double tap to obtain your next trophy. Use the dragon strike on this puddle of mud, and then go activate the I-beam trap to contain the nuke trophy and the Mangler trophy. Obtain the next trophy in the toilet after you shot the red tube inside of the sewer system. For the final trophy, obtain the specialist wonder weapon at the trial station after the incubation, and then use your gauntlet on this safe to obtain your final trophy. Place them all on this terminal right here and then activate it again to get your next challenge. For example, I'm going to go over all the challenges right now. For the Mangler step, find the Mangler and then escort him into the Dragon Command. Shoot off his arm to make him run a little bit faster, and do not kill him. He should get absorbed into Sophia's machine, and then that'll be the Mangler step. The Gersh step, find a yellow orb wandering around the map, and then shoot him with your Mark III or whatever weapon you have, and after 2 times, he will then travel to Dragon Command, and then you have finished that step. The Groth step, go to the area where the terminal tells you to go to and defend the Groth pod once again. Send your dragon to go collect the cargo, and then return it to Sophia to complete this challenge. For the bomb step, you have to defuse the bombs that the TV screen on the terminal shows you in order, and after completing that final bomb that the TV screen flashed, it should flash the screen white and you have completed this step. If you fail this step, you will die instantly. The Valkyrie drone strap, go to the corner of spawn and then escort this Valkyrie drone that is a 1-hit kill all the way to the Dragon Command, but once it gets on these stairs, you can simply shoot him and then you will have completed this challenge. For the 115 mission, collect the keycard that the terminal gives you, insert it to the machine inside the bunker, and then complete the Mangler lockdown. After you've completed that lockdown and the bar has filled up completely, kill the last couple Manglers, obtain the keycard, and deposit it in Sophia. Then obtain the power core and return it to Nikolai using your baby dragon, and then return to Dragon Command for one final time. After Sophia animation and a raid for the boss fight, into the sewers for one final time. That was where Sophia previously was. Into the boss fight, and then help Nikolai get out of the rubble, and then he will shoot the dragon after a while, and then shoot the weak glowing spot on the dragon's like shoulder pad area. After that, he should then jerk back. Wait a little bit, and then Nikolai will shoot the dragon's throat. Go and shoot the dragon's neck. He should jerk back for again. And then, for one final time, he will shoot the dragon right in the stomach. Shoot the stomach, and then the dragon should explode, and you should be taken into this little cutscene right here. After this cutscene will then be put up against Nikolai. Shoot the 2 glowing things right on the mech suit, and then shoot the 2 batteries at the top, and then it should expose his power core. Shoot that one final time. He should collapse to the floor, and this will indicate your success, because congratulations, you have completed the Gorod Krovi Easter egg. Hopefully the Revelations Easter egg guide will either come out Wednesday because I'm going to be on vacation once again. So if it doesn't come out on Wednesday, it should hopefully come out on Saturday. Hope this guide was useful for you guys. And as always, stay safe out there and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace out.